Hey guys, welcome back to Owlchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight up. So I just shuffled cards and my phone clicked off. So I have some cards already laid out. So anyway, I want to just do a quick replay. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Get that out of the way. Go ahead and hit that subscribe. Also follow me on TikTok and Instagram, Owlchemist Tarot. Here's what's going on. This is a general weekly reading for the 17th through the 23rd, okay? Now, this week, I feel like there's getting things organized and getting things kind of in place, because the following week, we have some pretty major energy, and movement. Number one, we're going to have a lunar eclipse on the 26th. Now, the lunar eclipse is usually remove things out of your life, make room for new things to come in. Also, on the 29th, Mercury goes into retrograde, okay? So, and we're already in the shadow phase, just FYI. So, if you see technology, travel might be delayed, just kind of put that in perspective and plan ahead. So, the overall energy that we have for this upcoming week is the Wheel of Fortune. Things are starting to shift and move. The Wheel of Fortune, the upright, this usually represents Sagittarius, Jupiter energy, which it's all about growth, expansion. I think for a lot of you who have been working on something, it's starting to see signs of improvement. Now, what I will tell you is that don't get discouraged, because some of the things that will happen the following week with the eclipse and retrograde, it's really asking you to take a step back and relook and evaluate everything so that you're going to be better positioned after this energy kind of moves into a direct motion. So don't get frustrated, but things are starting to move in the right direction, meaning that I feel like for a lot of you, you're on the right path, okay? And even more so is that you're going to notice that when things start to exit your life, people, places, or things, you're going to maybe feel a little bit more of a relief. And then also you're going to make room for new things that are supposed to come in your life but have been halted and stagnant because there's been blockages, okay? So this upcoming week, I want to tell action-wise, we got Temperance, another Sagittarius card. I really feel heavily with this upcoming week is to balance your energy as much as possible. This is not the week really for extremes. This is trying to ground your energy, whether it's going outside if you can, just kind of cleaning up things, getting things in a more calm, peaceful state. And I think that's kind of preparation, because this next following week with the eclipse and the retrograde, there's going to be a lot more going on that can be a little chaotic, maybe hectic, frustrating. And if you have certain things like on the home front and even with yourself on your person, kind of organized and a little bit more collected, I think you're going to be feeling a little bit better approaching those types of energies, okay? Now, for work, career, for a lot of you, you've really been pushed and to looking at how you can either maybe shift or start to do something that you actually really enjoy and love. When they say you actually find something that you're doing that you love, it doesn't feel like work, right? So the Knight of Cups is suggesting that maybe there needs to be a little bit more of a creative element into something with your work. Now, this can be, the arts, certainly bringing that type of artistic, if you're right brain, maybe involving that. Or at least creating a hobby or something that allows you to express that part of yourself. But I do think that this is definitely incorporating things that, make you feel like you have a little bit more ownership and that you have a little bit more freedom to either express yourself, maybe in writing, video. It can be, maybe through articles, or if you're doing social media, whatever the case is, it's giving you a little bit more ownership and creativity. And for many of you, you're starting to shift away from something that, yes, you're great at. Yes, it's a 9-to-5. Yes, it brings a steady paycheck in, but it's not really something that's singing to your heartstrings. So I feel like a lot of you are starting to move away from that. And I say that because the Six of Swords is something or someone usually in motion, moving toward something more peaceful, more calm. So for many of you, it's that you started to do things that are really heartfelt and that you get to express yourself, and you're starting to see that you actually have potential in maybe making revenue, maybe another income stream, whatever the case is. or that you're just starting to be pulled into something or a different, you know, industry or market or job that you never thought, and it's really something that you love to do, and you're starting to see that you're good at it and that it makes you feel, you know, just better all around. So the Six of Swords is moving into a calmer state of mind, okay? So for many of you, that is the case. And that's why I'm saying that the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance card, it's all about balancing and getting yourself, you know, kind of even keel. And really this is about your mind, body, and soul. And it's really getting yourself centered as best as you can. I know I've said that a few times, but it's really coming home strong. In the kind of the romance love department, and I'm just saying this because a lot of times people are always like, I want to know about my career, job, money, and I also want to know about my love life, okay? So, for kind of the love, romance, relationship side, if you are single, okay, the Three of Pentacles came out. Now, the Three of Pentacles is usually working very hard towards something. It's usually a partnership. This is the building card. I don't necessarily feel like if you're single this week, this is going to be finding the one. Certainly you could for some of you. But it's really starting to work on self is what I'm getting more. That you are building, you know, rebuilding parts of yourself or working on self so you actually are in a better place to enter a relationship at some point. Now, I'm saying this because the King of Pentacles is right next to this Three of Pentacles. And it's almost like you're building yourself up or working yourself up, singles, to this kind of king state of mind. Being in control of yourself, being more stable. You know, this is also a lot of times when people's money, you know, kind of is in disarray. Love is usually not on the forefront, or it's very hard to focus on that. So I feel like for some of you, it's getting your kind of like your career, your money in a very stable position, your life in a very steady position. And that way you can feel like you can offer something to a relationship when the time is right. And it's all about you and when you are ready. Okay. Now, the thing is that I feel like for a lot of you singles, you're looking at something, your next relationship, potential partner, you're really looking for the long term. So a lot of you are starting to exit out of this, you know, serial dater. Is that the right word? Yeah, serial dater. That you're just kind of like turning and burning, going through the dating apps. I think for a lot of you, you're taking yourself out of that. Maybe you're just like, look, I'm going to maybe meet somebody just like, not the old fashioned way, but definitely someone who, you know, maybe I meet them through mutual friends or through work or through activities, but you're really looking at the next person as how is this someone that I can see in my future long-term potential? You're really starting to see, you know, are there red flags in the beginning that I can start to just remove out of the way so I can bring in new energy, the right person? And I always say this to clients and even on lives and things like that. A lot of times when people enter into a successful relationship, it's not because there's more chemistry or more physical attraction or anything. It's that people can see the red flags that, hey, this person isn't my person. So you remove them kind of out, you know, let love and, you know, let go. And then you open up for the right person who's actually meant to be in your life. Now, for couples, what I can tell you is that you and your partner, you know, you are working towards something. Maybe you're going to this next level of commitment. Maybe you're actually working on a project. For some of you, it could be a home project, certainly. And, you know, both of you feel really good about this, very, you know, meaning that this is something that you've planned for, that this is something that you're both very excited to work toward. And I do feel like it could be you're renovating part of your home or you're buying a new property and you're fixing it up, that type of thing. But what I can tell you is whatever you're doing, it's going to bring you maybe possibly long-term financial stability. So maybe you're like an RBO or like an Airbnb or kind of you know, an apartment or something where you can, you know, rent it out and then you can gain that income at some point. And it's going to be something that pays itself off at some point is what I'm getting at. So that looks really good, especially for romance and relationships. Like I said, if you're single, just take it easy, you know, just work on self and the right one is going to come along. Don't force it or push it. I'm just going to pull one more card just because Spirit keeps pushing me to do it. We're almost at a 10-minute video and I like to keep them. Yeah, ooh, man, we got the Tower card, okay? So a lot of people like just, oh, crap, when they see the Tower card. The Tower card is abrupt change. A lot of times it's very abrupt, fast change. This can be good, and sometimes it might be looked at more negative, but it's usually when it's negative, it's something that your life or a situation or relationship is built on very faulty ground, and it was probably not going to withstand some of the, you know, storms or situations that could happen in the future. So basically, this is always a positive card in the long run that you get to rebuild. I will tell you, I think for a lot of you, this is not necessarily, it certainly can be like lost a job and certain things like that for many of you, because you've been pushed to do something, and you've kind of been hesitant, and now the universe is coming in and forcing you on the path that you're meant to be on. Absolutely. But I think with this upcoming week, it's almost like preparing yourself mentally and energetically, because with the lunar eclipse and with the retrograde, I think a lot of things are going to be forced out of your life, and that maybe you weren't prepared for. And it's a good thing. It's something that you may not see in the moment, but it's actually removing kind of dead weight, obstacles, and opening up and freeing up space for the things that are meant to enter into your life. So this week, I would just tell you to kind of like, you know, rest, recuperate, get your mind right, you know, clean up, purge, you know, just get yourself a little bit more centered and get yourself more organized, because the following week, the energy could be a little bit erratic, and you know, you need to be in a good mental space to actually deal with that. So I hope that you resonated with this reading. Please leave a comment, a like, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.